Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 13 of ATTR 503, or week 5 of clinical immersion. I know I had a lot on you last week, both preceptors and students. First, I want to apologize for any of you that received an error message from CORE that asked you to complete another evaluation. So what happened later last week was that CORE was actually in the process of still updating our evaluations. I initially thought that that was something that was going to be completed earlier in the week before preceptors were supposed to fill those out, but because of the delay, some of you completed older evaluation forms, which is 100% okay, and very appreciative of those of you that completed that. But we also had an updated form uploaded to CORE. It was the same document that was in Qualtrics. So I can appreciate that there was a great deal of confusion for many of you, if not all, with that. And I take that ultimately responsibility for not having that cleaned up prior to the midterm evaluations. In the future, there will be, for our final evaluation, there will actually be several reminders that will go out. And the good thing is that now that we have, to my knowledge, all the infrastructure for CORE has been fully developed. So again, I cannot apologize enough for any confusion that I created. I tried to email as many of you as possible to communicate that I did receive your evaluation. So those of you that have yet to do your evaluation, that is uploaded on your CORE account, or you can also use the Qualtrics link that I've sent out in my past 2 emails. So it sounds like for the most part, people are having really good experiences. There was some really good feedback. So I definitely plan to continue to address your concerns that you have mentioned in there. I'll work individually with the students, but also work from a programmatic perspective when appropriate. So in regards to this week, we're going to be talking about patient-oriented and clinician-rated outcome measurements. So I talk a lot about in class about what criteria are we using for discharge and goal setting with our patients. I'm sure you do the same thing as preceptors. So this week, I'd like for the preceptors and students, for you both to collaborate and look at this week's module. And you'll notice that there's actually not an assignment this week. That was my hopes, that you will actually take some time to read the articles and discuss them with one another. If you're at a site with multiple preceptors and multiple students, I'd like to get as many perceptions, if I could actually say that right, just to get everyone on board and to see how you're perceiving these articles. So I use patient-rated outcome measures quite a bit in my own clinical practice, and I obviously use clinician-rated outcome measures as well. So this week, the video lecture that I have posted, patient-oriented outcome measures in athletic training, which are most appropriate for patient population. This is a great article that's actually from the NATA. It does a much better job of articulating in an hour about some of the highlights of patient-rated outcome measures. Although this is something that I'm very passionate about, it could become overwhelming to talk about all the different patient-rated outcome measures that are available right now. This is something that in athletic training I see even more focus in the literature in the next decade. So please take a look at these 2 different readings. I will also post these in the email that I sent out to you so that preceptors have access to this. So this week, I don't need anything back from you unless you have yet to complete your midterm evaluation. Please continue to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. And as I receive your clothing, students, I will try to bring them out this week. Even if I'm not scheduled right now to, I'm going to do my very best to get out to as many clinical sites as possible, even if it's just for a quick delivery. So please look for individual text messages and emails to try to set up time for us to meet. So I hope you all have a great week, and I look forward to hearing about your conversations about patient-rated outcome measures.